have to disable the music then.
First. Okay, I think it's on.
Alright. I am walking away.
Alright.
I have to disable the music then.
First. Can everyone hear me? Okay, I think it's on.
Alright. I am walking away.
Alright.
I have to disable the music then.
Can everyone hear me alright? Hello? Hey people, are you out there? Hi everybody, how you doing? Hey, welcome to my first stream in a long time. Oh wow, so many people are here. Hi! Oh, a lot of people from my Facebook and a bunch of people from Twitter. Hey, oh yo Nate! Yo Sean! Yo! Hey D Gill! But yeah, just had a little error trying to start it because something in the background. Thank you guys all for coming out. I'm so glad to see y'all. So, welcome back, or for your first time. A lot of you are first timers. Viga's art stream, and we're doing Patreon stream. Now, what is the Patron stream? It's when I get requests from a lot of my patrons to draw anything. I mean, anything. Like, so basically we got a bunch of weird requests this time. Let's see if I could bring them up real quick. Where did I put those? Where did I put
Hey everybody,
nope,
welcome.
Not that. Nope, not that. Where did I put it? I'm trying to bring it up on the thing. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I don't really stream very often. This is my first time in months, and still getting used to it a little bit. So basically, I have my patrons choose what I'm drawing. Now, if you're a patron, you could be on any level, $1, $5 or more level, and you can participate in this. So if you guys want to see this in a couple weeks, because I'm thinking about doing streams every 2 weeks, be a patron, request something, because oh man's, I got plans for this. So first, Jay McGillivray is like, how about some Jack Frost from Rise of Guardians? Which, Jack Frost, Rise of Guardians is an underrated movie. Like, hands down, underrated movie. I thought it was one of the best DreamWorks movies. Now, it's no How to Train Your Dragon series, but I think it deserved a series. And then you saw those Gengar plushies that went viral of the guy just putting his head in it, or like wrapped around its tongue. It's like a whole blanket. I want that too. Any character you can put in there. And 3, how about a magical girl? Any magical girl. And when you tell me any of anything, that means I'm going to choose the stupidest thing. So basically, I got my reference here. Got all my references. Where are you? Doop. There you go. Got Jack Frost here. Got the infamous Gengar plushie. I got a nice little pre-para there for some inspiration. We got Elsa, because remember, Tumblr, back in the day, had this thing where they would ship freaking Jack Frost and Elsa. I mean, it's a ship that makes sense. And yeah, I'm usually not into cross franchise shipping, because I'm just kind of like, eh. But actually that one fits, and I did like all of the fan art from it. So we're going to be making Elsa a magical girl. Now, Cassie says, I don't know what's better, the Gengar pillow or the Metapod sleeping bag. That's a good question. All right, chat. Gengar pillow or Metapod sleeping bag? What is your big pick here? I have to give it to Gengar Pillow for being the stupidest looking one, but also stupid in a fun way. But the Metapod sleeping bag looks so comfy. So comfy, I could just die in it and be happy. Okay, Stephanie's like, Keck says, I love the Gengar Pillow. Oh, a girl named Ed. Hey, I requested a magical girl and I'm excited for seeing the stupidest thing possible. Yeah, thanks for being my patron, by the way. Everyone, give like heart shapes in the chat to a girl named Ed for being my patron. Daff, oh my god, Daff, how you doing? Girl, haven't seen you since the wedding. Anyway, the Gengar Pillow is brilliant, she says. Snorlax Pillow, have y'all seen that giant Snorlax? That big Snorlax. I need it. I need it like I need to breathe. I need it like I need coffee in the morning. I need it like the sun on my face. And I need it like my husband in places. Whew, it's not that type of stream. I agree with Sean. Both is good. Both is good if you want to be all El Dorado about it. Those who get that reference get it. But before I draw anything in the morn or whenever I get up, I've been kind of on farmer's time lately. I always warm myself up. Now, some good warm-up exercises, sometimes just make marks on the paper. Just do that. Let me get my Control A on. Draw some circles. Oh, by the way, I got an XP Pen Artist 11. And so I'm drawing on a graphics display tablet. And I'm going to make a video on my impressions of it. I had it for like at least a good 2 months now, but I just never got around to talking about it. So I'm using my whole arm here. And then I draw boxes. This is just to kind of get warmed up. Kind of like when you have to get warmed up before doing sports, like stretches or something. Oh, how we do Patreon? Well, you go to patreon.com/Viga. Wait, let me make sure I got that right. I always like second guess myself when I say things because something my ADHD. Patreon Viga. Yeah, it's patreon.com/Viga, Viga. And I am going to be changing it a little bit, heads up, because I realized why not just have just a $1 and $5 tier, because, and just put as most as I can into that, just because it's a bit more economical. But yeah, I got 14 patrons, and I love every single one of them. And there you can get some of my sketchbook, the patron sketchbook, of course. Like, patrons get to see some special sketches, as well as blog posts, studies, and whatever else. And of course, you get to see the videos first. Oh, Daffy May says, I don't do warm-ups as much as I should. You should sometimes. It's, really just fun. When you just let go and just don't even go in trying to make a masterpiece. Just make the ugliest thing ever. The ugliest thing you can. Just to get something on paper. It kind of takes all the pressure off when you think of it that way. So yeah, sometimes I'll draw like little bubble people or whatever. Like this. Or sometimes I will actually... go away. Sometimes I will actually try and draw something more human. Actually, what am I doing? Torso. I like to do the torso first. It helps keep the proportions together. And I kind of do that lemon wedge thing like Ethan Becker, who I highly recommend, whose videos really changed my art life. Yeah, I'll take a pose I've drawn before to just kind of warm up. That's the feet. And sometimes you don't need to really draw anything at all. Just kind of sketch around. Cool beans. I think because of last week, beans are no longer cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Bean Dad sometime. That was an ordeal. Just like this is a kind of a bad sketch, but that's what warm-ups are for. And of course, the other thing you can use for warm-ups is some actual, say, reference or inspiration and go from that. In fact, I'm going to go to my Tumblr real quick. Let me pull that up real quick. So, Viga's favorite things, Viga.tumblr.com. Yes, I still use Tumblr, but I actually use it as kind of my, how do I say, kind of like a Pinterest in a way, because I put all of my inspiration there. Poses, art, alt color, lighting. I use a lot of this stuff as reference. So if you go under /tags and I go /poses, let's see what's down that page. You see I collected a whole lot of poses from anime girls to actual like pictures to video, because video is really good to get reference from. And yeah, like let's say that pose looks pretty cool. I will look at it and try and break it down. How do I keep track of all these controls? As a Clip Studio Paint newbie, this looks like a lot to take in, says Cassie. I've been using Clip Studio Paint for years, but you have to master hotkeys, like shortcuts. I have my left hand on the keyboard while my hand is actively drawing. Like, you know, your Control Z, your Control A, your Control D. But also you could use Control plus and minus for the thing, although I made a custom hotkey for that. Let me go back to the thing. And let's see. Yeah, some things I just literally just go to the buttons with my pen. But yeah, sometimes it takes some time to get used to it. But I suggest whenever you get a new program, actively learn how to do your hotkeys like pretty much as soon as you get it out. What are y'all talking to chat? Like, he was swords. He was swords. Out of context, that is just kind of weird. Like, he was swords. But yeah, this is looking kind of weird, but that's what warm-up is for. And plus, I really need to practice more stuff that is kind of like, you know how you have, what's that thing called? What's that thing called where there's something in front of you, like kind of foregroundy? Oh, I lost it. I'm freaking out. I lost it. It's dead. I am not an artist because I can't think of the right term for this. But yes, my sketches do look this dumb at first. But I kind of got the gist of everything. It's a kind of a hard pose. But that's what I do basically to warm up. I'm not going to finish this off, but alien. Let's make it a furry now. These boobs, the big boobs, and yeah. That's how you draw, everyone. Hashtag he was swords, but D-Gill, the way you typed it, it looks like hashtag Hugh ass words. Hugh ass words, everybody. I think we found the name of the string. Hugh ass words. By the way, I hope none of you are under 13 or anything. I did put this to no kids allowed. No, it's not foreground and background. It's not perspective. It's not proportion. It's something. She has seen some things that still look cool. Yes, this is perfect. A plus, 100%. But okay, what do you guys have for a sketch idea real quick? In the chat. Give me an idea. Perfect bug person? Is that your idea, Stephanie? Give me an idea and I will do a sketch from the ideas of the chat within 30 seconds. Let me just do. There we go. I also have the erase on a hotkey and how to make things big and small. And sometimes I have to admit I do just go back on some of the things that I'm my usual. Snap, gun, rabbit, Goku, moose in a sweater, banana frog, magical girl sword, banana frog. I'm sorry, but banana frog is kind of weird. I'm going to look up a pic of a frog real quick. You know what my favorite frog is? Here, I'll show you. I like these frogs. That red-eye motherfucker right there. Look at this. Those eyes are supposed to be like, don't eat me, and they just back off. And here, if you lick them, you get high, but I'm not sure if that's true. Don't come to me for science, kids. I am not science. I am just art. Okay, I don't know what a banana frog would be, but someone did say magic sword, and bananas kind of can be swords in the end. We'll call this the banana sword. Do 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 do. Banana frog. Do 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 do. Banana frog. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's a frog and it has banana sword. Banana frog. Burr burr burr. I don't have to be the pauldron. I don't know what a pauldron is. I don't play D&D. Wait, we need this frog to be like kind of menacing in a Sephiroth way. So let's do 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 do. Banana frog. Do 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 do. Banana frog. Do 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 do. Remember to flip your canvas so you could fix your crap when it's kind of weird and lopsided because you draw a certain way. That's a pro tip. Shoulder armor. Well, this frog barely has any shoulders. Okay, wait. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Pauldrons are those big shoulder things in WoW. Thank you. I'm only a nerd for anime, not fantasy. Although I was a Lord of the Rings nerd in high school. You know what my Hobbit name was? Because in art class, me and my friends made our own Hobbit names. I still remember to this day. Bramble Rose Sandy Banks. That is my Hobbit name. Bramble Rose Sandy Banks. Do 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 do. Sephiroth. Do 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 do. Kind of looks like some sort of goblin. Do 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 do. Okay, let's see. No, it wouldn't be like that. It would. Do do. Actually, yeah. It kind of has those type of fingers, so it would be kind of like this. No, that looks weird. Yeah, it would be going this way. Do 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 do. I'm just going to. Who else has the Sephiroth theme stuck in their head now? Do 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 do. Hey, who is it? Well, you're late. Sephi Frog.
Sephi Frog is here.
Sephi Frog. Sephi Frog is here. Sephi Frog. Do 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 do.
So you had a Hobbit Sona, huh?
Go away, Lewis. Don't make fun of me, Mr. Power Rangers.
Look, it's totally different.
Mr. I made my OC into my show.
Look, it's shut up.
Mr. I have my show persona's name on my high school jacket.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
At least Torianta will never be known to the internet because Torianta has been buried within my chest. Who is Torianta?
It's time for it's time for Linkara challenge.
What challenge?
Much like how there is a Viga challenge on my streams, there is now a Linkara challenge.
Okay, so on Lewis's streams, I will just roll up in like the boss I am and then challenge him to a stream. I mean, not challenge him to a stream, challenge him to any sort of challenge, and now he's about to do it to me.
Yes.
What is it?
You must draw an Among Us bean as a hobbit.
Well, I guess I can do that. Move aside, Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
Alright, Among Us bean as a hobbit. First, we gotta look up hobbit wear. Hobbit fashion. Sephiroth. Hobbit fashion. Oh, what? Look at this. Look at all this. There's actually thingies for this. I like this.
I can't imagine why that would be.
It's not because I'm Bramble Rose Sandy Banks.
I think that's exactly why you are. But no, of course they would have like detailed like info for like cosplay and just for the behind the scenes of making the movie stuff.
It's a Hobbit wedding dress.
Are you putting the Among Us bean in the Hobbit wedding dress?
Fuck yeah, I am. I'm a pretty girl and I'm not afraid to show it.
Is she marrying Sephi Frog?
Yes. This is a wedding.
This is a wedding stream now.
It's a wedding stream, even though we should have had that years ago.
We're gonna call a do-over on our wedding and be dressed as Sephi Frog and a Hobbit.
Only if you pay for the cosplay.
That's fair.
Have I heard the DK rap version of the Sephiroth theme? No, but we are looking that up right now!
Look, you can't interrupt the challenge!
Yes, we can!
What have you done?
DK version Sephiroth theme. I can't spell. Don't tell anyone.
I could.
No. Go away. Okay, wait, let me just go straight to YouTube.
We are on YouTube.
We are doing this. We are now in the whole one-winged Kong. I'm not. I'm not, but I can't believe this exists. Like, share, subscribe, just like you guys should be doing to me.
Everyone should be subscribing to Viga right now, where you can get incredible content like
Zephyr Frog.
Like Zephyr Frog.
Like Zephyr Frog.
Zephyr Frog.
Wait, needs a veil. Speaking of Among Us, have any of you in the chat seen my little YouTube short? I've been doing some YouTube shorts lately. And I did one of Among Us but fashion, or Among Us but with drip. Drip, of course, just means very stylish clothing.
So my challenge was appropriate.
Yes. But yeah, if you haven't, it's on the channel. But yeah, I've been experimenting with YouTube Shorts. It's kind of like them trying to be TikTok, but not. But, I've been wanting to try it. I really should do some TikTok. I just been kind of slow on it. I'm mostly a consumer of the talk than a creator. One of my friends does some really good TikToks and did this great, Junko cosplay one recently. I feel like that needs to be combined with Luda's rollout. I don't know who that is.
I think Ludo, maybe I'm mistaken, I'm trying to remember,
we need to color these.
Is that the name of the new map?
I don't know. Is the new map out yet?
I don't think it's out yet. I think we have a few more days and it's supposed to be out, if not today.
Ooh. Remember to put your thing on
different layer.
Reference layer, and then set your inks to reference, and then make a little thing layer under it. And you could do that. This is the weirdest looking frog. Let's make this the green.
The green
one.
Bean.
The green bean. Okay. Sephiroth's hair. Why did y'all do why did y'all make this happen? This is y'all's doing.
This is art right here. This is magic.
This is the work of man.
This is Zephyr Frog with his banana sword.
Nope. We just I did not close this, so I'm just gonna go around it like a crazy person on the internet.
I have come to bring despair to this wedding. Rip it.
Oh my God. Lewis, get out.
Zephyr Frog.
This is gonna be stuck in your head all night, isn't it?
Yes.
It's gonna be like 3 a.m. and you're gonna be like, Zephyr Frog.
I am really hoping. It's never going to happen because nothing we ever want truly comes. I want the next DLC in Smash to be Doom Guy.
It's never going to be Doom Guy.
And I want it to be a continuation of the Sephiroth thing where, he's about to kill everybody, but then suddenly Doom Guy music starts playing, like Doom Eternal music starts playing, and the only thing they fear is you. Just everyone turns around, he approaches, fist bumps Isabelle, and then shoots at Sephiroth.
I have a feeling that Doom wants that to be approached to do that, because they still are doing the shipping with Isabelle stuff, and I'm just like, you're basically begging Sakurai, aren't you?
I have looked into a bit of Smash stuff. There's a lot of companies that want Smash, want their characters to be in Smash, and there's a lot that Sakurai wants to put in Smash, but he's been reluctant to do so for licensing reasons, or because he thinks it doesn't really work with the all ages aesthetic.
Yeah, Doom would be one of those, wouldn't it?
It's hard to say because on the other hand, you've got stuff like Bayonetta. You've got I know there's some slightly more adult, or at least more like Metal Gear. It would not be necessarily what I would think of as an all ages franchise either.
And yet it's there.
Exactly.
Okay, and now my wedge. It is what brings us together today.
Wob, whoa, wob, between a frog and a bean.
They're married. Happy you, oh do, happy wedding.
Zephyr Frog.
Do. Happy wedding. Do we have someone who is able to do weddings in the chat? Any of you? Oh, Captain Avenger asks, hey Viga, have I seen Code Geass? Yes, way back in the day. Isn't it coming back or something?
I've seen more people talking about it.
Yeah, isn't it coming back, or there's they're pulling a Sailor Moon crystal for it, or what? I don't know, but yeah, I watched it back in the day, and I never got around to finishing it, but I think I would, even back then I was kind of on it, even though I like some of the themes of it, but I kind of want to rewatch it as an adult. I think I wouldn't like it as an adult, but at the same time, I would appreciate some things about it.
I like Code Mint.
Yes, I know you like Code Mint. The people who brought us the soup store. It's funny that everyone but Waluigi joins Smash, says Amelina. What? You know what? If Waluigi isn't the last person...
Oh my god. Waluigi being the one who stopped Sephiroth.
Waluigi stopping Sephiroth would be probably the best thing in the world.
I would love that. That's even better. I like my proposed thing with the Doom Eternal, or at least Doom guy's appearance, except instead of it being Doom guy who enters, it's Waluigi.
Yeah, sometimes I don't name my files very good. Table Coon? What? Oh, that Table Coon.
Yeah,
oh.
From Code Geass. Well.
Code Geass. Are we the baddies? Oh, why is Lou buying memes at the soup store?
F you!
Lewis, you're not on your channel. You could say fuck.
I could, but I don't want there to... But I got to keep the mystique going, even though
say
on my
fuck.
Twitter I swear all the time.
Say fuck. I'll give you $20 to say fuck.
You don't have $20 on you.
I have it on PayPal.
Uh-huh.
Hey, everyone, PayPal me $20 so I can tell them to say fuck. No, I don't have Super Chat yet.
Frack.
God damn it.
Frick.
This is not a stream for kids. I hope you know that.
Fluke.
Yes, that is a Gengar sleeping bag, Captain Venger.
Yep, they announced that the other day.
It's been going viral, and I want it. This is something I really need.
Jim Sterling talked about it a lot at the beginning of his episode today.
So let's go into my little process right here. I look at the reference, and then I just put it on the, what's it called? Turn down the opacity, and so I could just kind of close in and kind of break it down. I do this before I start the main sketch, just because, it helps me get into the character. His hair is made out of these big chunks like this. His ears are really big. His eyes are so anime. His nose is a triangle.
He's very anime.
It's anime, Lewis.
Anime.
Stop saying anime.
You like anime? Crunchyroll can bring you Naruto.
It's anime, and we will have no anti-anime in this stream.
Oh, I'm not anti-anime. I am promoting anime and Crunchyroll.
I am a... Holy shit. I realized I liked anime since 1999. I'm on my kind of 22nd year. 22nd year of liking anime.
Yeah, around 98, 99 for me, because of course I got it via Pokemon.
A lot. Technically, I am part of the Pokemon generation, because that's when I realized what anime was. Although I did watch Sailor Moon and DBZ when it was in syndication.
Went from Pokemon to Digimon to Sailor Moon for me. Because Digimon, I was like, well, I should actually watch it to see if it, before I start, saying it's a Pokemon ripoff, I should actually watch it and determine that. And it was not, and it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was a Pokemon ripoff or an American. I thought it was an American show, and I was like, nope. In fact, it's more Japanese than Pokemon. It was at least in the dub, Digimon was not afraid to be like, we're in Japan.
Yeah,
this is a story about people in Japan. We're doing our world tour. We're from Japan. We live in Odaiba. This is Japan.
It's weird that they got away with that, considering so much of the original Digimon dub is just like puntastic. Like they clearly just went localized like crazy, except for the fact that they actually got away with like Japanese locations and names and stuff.
Yeah, and they even changed Tai's last name from Yagami to another Japanese last name, Kamiya, which makes no sense.
So weird.
So, yeah.
What was his original last name?
Yagami?
Yagami. Yeah, okay. I think maybe it was like a syllable thing, but no.
This guy kind of has Jack Frost's hair a little bit, so...
What are you drawing now?
I'm drawing a Patreon request. So, Patreon requests for those who came in is basically a character that is sleeping in the Gengar sleeping bag, Jack Frost, and Elsa. Well, not Elsa, but a magical girl, which I made Elsa because the shipping between Elsa and Jack Frost was very heavy back in the Tumblr age.
Back in the days of Once-Lore fandom?
Oh, God. What was everyone on?
They're just areas of the internet which I dare not enter because I don't think I will ever come back out again the same.
Speaking of that, there's this YouTuber named Izzy's? I think that's how you say their YouTube name. But they're amazing. They go into all that early 2000s weird crap. There's this other one named Sarah Zed that did a whole video about that. Okay, Megan, didn't they edit out rice balls for jelly donuts? Yeah, that was Pokemon.
That was Pokemon. They didn't edit them out. They just said they were something different.
They just said they were donuts.
Check out these hamburgers.
Just like in, so not many people talk about the dub for Magical Do-Re-Mi, but they turned takoyaki and changed it into chocolate doodles. Not takoyaki. It's chocolate doodles.
Oh man, I love these chocolate parfaits.
Oh my god, chocolate doodles. I'm so glad that you kids just don't know what it's like to have your anime that you finally get to see neutered to all weird recognition.
Come on, cuz.
Oh my god, they're cousins.
Oh, Sailor Moon.
Okay, so as you see here, I just basically practiced breaking down the shapes. Oh, this is just inspiration for kind of the outfit, which, same with this. So, let's just draw a cute outfit real quick. I really like these kind of flittering things right here. So, this will make sense when you see it.
Here's what I will grant a lot of dubs,
Mm-hmm.
especially back in the day. A lot of them, not all of them, because there are plenty of examples that people will cite of terrible ones. A lot of dub music is actually not terrible.
Some of the changes for Digimon was actually great. O2, I still think, has a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah, Sailor Moon, their quasi MIDI scores actually were pretty damn good, and I actually really, especially always go back to the Negaverse theme, like that do 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 do. It was like legitimately creepy. It was really well done.
Okay, now it's time to get started with the thing. Okay, in Pokemon, they edited out a giant rice ball and put a sub instead. Things were wild back in the day. Yes, they were.
What are they so afraid of? Just say it's a rice ball. Kids won't know, but they will understand rice and ball. They'll get it. They don't have to think, oh man, that's delicious. They'll just be like, oh neat, it's a food.
No, it's weird because it's from Japan. We can't have kids knowing what Japanese food is. It will lead to weeabooism in our children.
Here, Ash, have one of these hot dogs.
Oh my god.
Americanization. We call it localization. I think Little Kariba put it best. It's Americanization.
It is, to be honest.
What would you call the Singapore dub of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I never seen this Singapore dub.
Dude, that was totally gnarly.
Oh god, why?
Everyone talks like they're a 90s surfer dude. It's amazing. You should look it up sometime.
Oh god, why? Speaking of foreign adaptations, have you listened to the Sailor Moon German theme song?
I want to say I have.
It is probably the best foreign theme song, like, for an anime, in my opinion. It is just really good.
I'm trying to think, what was the Steven Universe foreign theme? Like was it the Indian or the Indonesian one that was really, really good?
I don't know.
Because he had some compilations on YouTube like a long while ago that had the theme song in different languages, and with Steven Universe, a lot of the variations actually sounded pretty good. Obviously, I don't speak half the any of these languages, but just the general rhythm of them.
Okay, there's someone in the chat named Controversial Opinions giving an unpopular opinion, and I just love the mixture of that. Anyway, they say Funimation is the new 4Kids due to Jamie Marchi changing lines to target Gamergate, which is a movement I never care for. I do not know anything about that, and I'm going to move on because I would need to research what the heck you're talking about.
I mean, you watch subs anyway.
I'm a sub watcher. I'm sorry. I don't watch dubs. It's not because all of them are bad. It's just, a lot of them just...
You haven't heard Shakespeare until you've heard it in the original Klingon.
I'm a weeb, okay? I watch subs. I don't... Yes, I know that their voice acting, even in the sub, is probably not great, but I don't care. It's just... I like reading the subtitles. I think it's just much better. I like it more. Are you going to judge me? Are you all going to judge me?
I'll judge you.
You don't get to judge me, comic fan.
I'm a judger.
Go back to your DC and your your comic guy stuff. Go back to your comic store.
I'm sitting back over here and I'm judging.
Oh, what is the right thingy?
What you looking for?
Nope. I'm flipping my canvas and
drawing a Gengar?
No, I'm just flipping my canvas to get the right thing. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. And before Super was bad. I never watched Super. Wait, yeah, DBZ Super? Never watched that. It's just, I kind of went through my DBZ phase when I was younger, and I just never got back into it. And I realized something in the last few weeks, that I consume shonen much better in manga form than I do anime form. It's like I don't have much patience when it's an anime, but yet I have all the patience reading 1,000 chapters of a manga. And I actually do want to get back into One Piece and buy the set of One Piece. Yeah.
We look forward to One Piece never ending.
If One Piece hasn't ended at the beginning of my otaku age, it probably never will. I imagine One Piece will only end if Ichiro Oda dies. Knock on wood.
You think someone would come along and try to finish One Piece if that ever happened?
Nope. It goes with the creator. I am adamant on this.
I know it's the journey and not the destination, but I feel like it comes a certain point where it needs to be about the destination.
One Piece will... There's several constants in life. There's always going to be Simpsons. There's always going to be One Piece. And there's always going to be, The Sky.
The Simpsons will finally end when one of the major actors dies. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, I can't imagine, it going on without, like, Dan Castellaneta or Trez MacNeille. Is she on there? Or whoever Marge plays. Who everyone says, oh God, their voice is getting bad, but I don't hear it.
It depends on when you hear it, but I've heard it before. Her voice at times, just like, you can tell it is aged. It's harder to maintain, to make it sound like the voice. There's doing a Marge imitation where it's slightly gravelly versus it sounds legit gravelly, like her throat hurts.
It is kind of a hard thingy.
Then again, most people will be like, well, it was time to end anyway. I finally watched another... I only occasionally watch Modern Simpsons, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's very bad. And the one I watched, I tweeted about it the other day, was very bad. It started good, and then went downhill quickly.
I don't think I'll ever really rewatch Simpsons again.
It is a nice thing about Disney Plus having all of Simpsons available for us, as if we wanted to, take the plunge and try to marathon through all of it. Or at least over time, of course, because, you can only get through it so long. And it was interesting to me as I was as I was looking through the seasons, just for stuff to watch while I edited, recognizing how many episodes, especially in... I don't want to call it modern Simpsons because it's been it's been like 20 years since some of them, but like seasons 10 to 15 is like, oh, I was watching during this time because I recognize these episodes. They're not great episodes, but I recognize them.
Alright, NATO says Dr. Stone is some S-tier shonen. Never got into Dr. Stone. I hear it's like, what is it, like shonen but geology?
The only thing I know about it is Team 4-Star's parody video about it, where they turn into Dr. Stoned.
Lols. It's funny because weed.
That's pretty much the entire thing, where basically it's like Cartoon Network executives like, so the joke is it's about weed. Yeah! Okay. I feel like we could do more with this.
It's funny because weed. Lols. Okay, let's...
By the way, Chad, I can't actually read you right now. I'm too far away and I'm not wearing my glasses.
Okay, let's see. Let's sketch out what the magical girl's gonna be.
Now, is the magical girl just standing over the Gengar and, eating the dude?
Maybe. Yes. I think so. I haven't decided. Most likely. Probably. Very likely. It is certain. Reply hazy, try again.
In 10 minutes, I'll give you another challenge.
No. I don't like the stone on the other foot.
Don't worry, you'll like this challenge.
It better be it better not involve poo.
You'll like my next challenge.
Oh my freaking god.
You'll like my new challenge idea. But first, finish what you got here.
Yep. Okay, what did I have for her outfit? Something like... Yeah, she has like big sleeves for some reason. And let's use some... maybe some frills from Lala. Lala Monica.
Oh, wait, how long are you planning on going?
Oh, until I finish this. Although I'm going to take a break right about now. It's just time for It's time for a little water break. So while I do a little water break, here's like my latest video that... if you've seen it, that's great. If you haven't seen it, this is all about my art goals for 2021. Be right back right after it. Hey everybody, welcome to my art room, and it's 2021, and what a year, am I right? Anyway, I'm going to be talking about my art goals for this year, and, well, ask you about your art goals. And how about helping me reach my 1,000 subs goal by subscribing below, please? Getting to 1,000 subscribers is one of my goals, if not a total art goal. So I rewatched my last year's video on art goals, and yeah, some of it I did do, but some of it I didn't really succeed at. I didn't really succeed at making environments as often. I did try a few times. I had a few false starts. I tried to learn things like photo bashing and, of course, learn perspective and look at some of my favorite artists like Thomas Romaine, who is like god of backgrounds. Like, look at this. No, look at this. Look at that. Holy crap, look at this. But unfortunately, I haven't got to focus on it a lot. And I want to make that still an ongoing goal for 2021. My other goal was pretty hard, and that is consistency. Now, one of the things on YouTube that people don't think about when it comes to trying to get bigger is consistency. And I'm guilty of that. Like, I could be doing everything right in every other regard for all I know, but the biggest flaw is consistency. One of those flaws is mostly due to my mental health. Like, you notice how there was this huge dip near the beginning of April and just kept going till fall? I tend to have a big mental dip that part of the year, and yeah, it takes a lot of fighting to not go through that, but I still want to at least try and be more consistent with uploads. So, right now, and I'm going to put this in the top banner to really stick it to myself, at least 2 uploads a week. There might be really short videos like the one I'm doing right now, or it might be even longer, more thought out, brought out, edited super video. But I want to challenge myself to do that. And like last year, I want to still devote myself to my comic. Like, I actually finished plotting the entire thing, and then already started penciling. Now I just started inking. It's gonna be a very long process, and my goal for that is to eventually try and submit it to Hiveworks. I really want to be part of Hiveworks. Another one is to try and do a tutorial. Now, I feel like, I don't know, who am I to tell you what to do and how to draw? I do get questioned that sometimes, but I feel like I have to be like a higher level to even teach people anything. Anyone can just go on YouTube or Tumblr or Instagram and be like, here's how you draw a body, here's how you draw boobies, here's how you draw butts, here's how you draw furs, here's how you draw in your sketchbook, here's how you draw drawers. I guess I could talk about some of my process and how I do things, and maybe that'll help people, but I don't know. But I do want to challenge myself to at least doing 1 tutorial this year. We'll see how it goes. And lastly, I want to get more followers on Instagram. Now, I have this whole thing planned out. I'm going to make a video about it of trying to get X amount of Instagram followers within a week just to see if I could. Kind of just want to explore some things there. I mean, Instagram it's where the art is. And I don't want to make social media my entire life. There is something very kind of toxic for your mind to basically rate your own art on how many likes it gets instead of just a satisfaction that you actually finish something. At the same time, I do want more people to see it, so there's that weird conundrum. I just have to remember as I do this that my art's worth isn't in just heart shapes on a screen. It's my own thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it, besides the continuing drawing every day, which I'm actually proud to say 90% of the time I've done. Like, even if it's just a quick sketch that looks stupid and I never shared to anyone because it was so stupid looking. Or at least I thought it was stupid looking. But I did pretty much draw every day. Even when I was in some of my lowest points, I would just have a sketchbook near me in bed, being depressed and not eating, and sketching a stick figure and getting tired of it and then throwing it across a room, only to repeat the whole process the next day. I'm not saying you should draw when you're in your deepest of depths of sadness. For me, I at least try. And I'm going to try to not let my yearly downfall affect this channel. I'm going to try. I can't promise I will. But I just want to keep making content for y'all, and I want to thank you for being part of 2020. If you just subscribed, or if you were here since last January, my channel birthday is coming up, because I started in January 2020. And so the year anniversary is coming up, and I'm just so happy. So, lastly, what are your art goals? Let me know in the comments. Tell me about them. Tell me what videos you would like to see. Yeah, just want to say thank you again for being sub to me. I'm really small right now, but I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Gotta stretch. Stretch my face. Ooh. You know, sometimes you talk so much and then your cheeks get kind of blah, 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 blah. It's like that. You ever just drink water and you're like, holy shit, this is like the best stuff ever? Like, no, think about it. Ice cold water from the fridge. You freaking get it out. You hold it. You kind of pretend that you froze it yourself like you're freaking Elsa. It goes down your throat and it's like almost gives you a brain freeze. Unless it's like something crappy like, I don't know, mud water. Anyway, I'm back. And before we get back to drawing, which while the video was playing and I was drinking water, I did a bit more sketching on it. Decided to kind of make this more of a kind of a real Gengar wrapping up Jack Frost as punishment while Elsa just looks on with her Poke Scepter, like, then perish. Oh, Talus Ward 1. Just in response to your video, my goal is to start drawing again. It's so easy to pull off. Well, do it. Oh, Musicon! Got that ice cold water. And it's only $1. Alright. Who here is an Otakon person? As in, older Otakon, Baltimore Harbor Otakon. There was this guy there whose whole thing was, got that ice, cold. It's like this really strong guy selling water, and that was his pitch. Got that ice cold water, and it's only $1. And this was back in the day where people would do shout memes like butt scratcher and all that at cons. So of course it went viral at the con. And he was there every year. They even had him on stage once. That was some good memories there. But now we're going to take a little break from the drawing real quick. Rest my hand real quick. And we're going to do something weird. Now, I'm going to call Lewis for this because I'm going to need a partner. Hey, James Lead X, Otakon since 99. Yeah! I was Otakon since 2006. Hey, Lewis! I need your presents! It's for DeviantArt purposes!
That sounds good.
Get close so people can hear you.
Oh my god, what are we doing?
Alright, people. We are going to be reacting to my old webcomic that I used to do. And right now joining me is Linkara, the guy who looks at shitty comics for a living.
Sup?
So, I thought about, like, doing a video about just reacting to some of my old DeviantArt content, and I'm like, why don't I just do this on stream? Alright, which one should be the worst one? Okay, I'll be the girl, you be the guy.
Yeah.
Alright. After last night, I need to say this. Cut it.
You mean mustache? No cutting.
Yeah, remember the complications we had? For an hour? Remember?
I remember the hot moaning all night.
It tangles in my P-word. Basically, the joke here is that, one, this actually doesn't happen. Speaking from experience, that doesn't actually happen in real life. Oh god, what was I?
Not me, because I shaved my...
it was not Lewis. He's a clean-shaven person. It was one of my other many partners in life.
Shall we resume?
Oh god, okay.
Oh goody, I get to say this line.
Okay.
Why didn't you dump me? I'm not the best at cunnilingus.
Can't see the stash. Facepalm. Bitch. WTF word. What a B. B change. You try to do stuff, go out and then work hard. This is like a pre-Gamer Gator, pre-Comics Gator type of character before any of that existed.
I don't think ragging on bitches or onomatopoeia of licking P words is going to help me win her back.
So basically, this was a series of comics I did about this couple that was just on and off all the time. But yet I never been in an on and off relationship because, honestly, when you're dumped, you're dumped. When you're broken up with, you're broken up with. It just ends.
Please don't break up with me.
I'm not planning to.
Okay, good. We got everything settled.
You put a ring on his finger, remember?
Yes, I
That
did.
means forever!
I mean, divorce.
You're not going anywhere!
Is technically
You're mine! You're mine!
You could divorce.
Mine! Anyway, let's get back to this art. I like the color, even though the body is kind of blurb.
This is a great webcomic page, sweetie.
I know it's not a webcomic page, but it's just in the way. Oh, look, they got back together.
I shaved it off, Carmen. I'm sorry I was a dick about the mustache.
I'm sorry, Kellen. I got so angry. V-word hair is sensitive. I hope you understand.
Smooch.
Kiss you. Still angry?
That's me.
No, wait.
Still angry?
No, I missed a mustache. It's like I'm cheating on an evil twin.
This is stupid. Give me back my shaving knight. Who's the guy running away there?
See, this was actually a tie-in to the way I was doing 2 webcomics at the time, and they kind of were in the same universe, and so I would have, like, say, background characters from one show up in the other as main characters and stuff like that. I didn't know what I was doing. Neat. That's old art. Oh, I did this because I lived in the city, DC, and I was really into Doctor Who at the time, and I wish I could exterminate everyone who sings too loud on the bus. And look, also I had a mohawk at the time.
You just have a Dalek on it. That's a great tool, guys. Just gotta buy a Dalek to exterminate people who are being annoying.
Check out those hot screen tones. Yeah. Those are some great screen tones.
They look pretty nice, actually, those screen tones.
Yeah, but the way I placed them, I just kind of... It's not like a whole screen tone. You could see that I just only had half of it, so I just doubled it and flipped it. And yet the rest of the thing is just solid colors. It makes no sense.
Yeah, but it's a Dalek gun, so the
Oh,
effect works.
God. This is screen tone abuse.
Need help with anything, ma'am?
No, that's a man.
Need help with anything, ma'am?
This is on clearance for $1. Can I have it cheaper?
What I have to say. I'll check on the computer if it went any lower. I'll be right back, ma'am.
What I want to say.
If you can't even afford a $1 item, how could you be in this overpriced decor shop? How cheap ass are you to want to discount it $1? Out my store, broke ass
McBlobicus. Okay, 1, it's horrible because I'm fat shaming in this. 2, this is screen tone abuse. Because this is like when I first got Manga Studio, which actually was Clip Studio in Japan, but they was brought here as Manga Studio at first until it just went back to being Clip Studio worldwide. But also, I use screen tones, and yet I don't use screen tones in the background and instead draw it because I was doing this process where I was drawing drawing on here, drawing traditionally, and then scanning it in, and then screen tone abusing it. Screen tone abuse is real.
You need to bring back, hey everyone, it's Retail Dan.
Oh God, Retail Dan. Actually, I should bring that. Is that an effing tampon? Okay, this is a true story. So, Retail Dan is based on the time I worked at Pier 1 Imports. The location doesn't exist anymore. It was the location in Northwest DC. And I worked there for like 5 years. It's probably one of the longest jobs I ever had. And it's the only job where I legit liked all my coworkers. Like, seriously, if you find a job where you actually like everyone, it's almost worth staying at. But yeah, this actually happened to me in real life, and I went home and turned it into a comic because I saw someone's freaking bloody tampon on the freaking bloody floor, not even in the bathroom. It was on the sales floor by the freaking lamps. There was a bloody tampon by the lamps. As the lamp reviewer, Lewis, you should be mad.
I am very mad. I'm just holding back my rage. I don't want to expose the viewers to the full range. I'm not reading this one.
Don't read that. This one's horrible because, like, now before you think that aren't you being racist? One, I'm a black person who drew this. Two, I'm a black person that also never really liked guys who did that, but everyone in school did that, and I went to hood school, so yeah. Oh, can't wait for 4 years where we're all just wearing boxers. Oh, okay, so we got our couple watching some love movie. Oh, he went to hell for her. Oh, I know what movie this is.
Yeah, it's What Dreams May Come, right?
Yep. Would you do that for me?
Okay, don't panic. Say something. Say something. Erudite, romantic. Should I lie? I really would not go to hell for her. What to say? Quick, say something. Splunkoli doodle.
Actually, I kind of like this one still, even though it just needs to know what people are watching.
For the record, I would totally go to hell to rescue you and bring you back to heaven.
I wouldn't go to hell because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Just sure.
Atheist power.
I'm a Christian.
Atheist power.
There's a sitcom here. He is a Christian. She is an atheist.
And they fight crime.
I think we got away from the.
But I still kind of like the punchline though, and I did try to lessen the screen tone abuse here, but oh god, maybe I should redraw this. Oh yeah, this is not good timing to find.
Great timing, dude. This is great.
This is great timing.
It's a good thing you're doing here.
So, I did this on Panelberg, which was my webcomics website. It no longer exists. Whenever I went to conventions, I would do short little comics about it, about my times at the convention. Kind of like how Simon Ladd does with Conventional Wisdom. Definitely check those out. And I did one for MagFest, which coming across this now, knowing what MagFest is going through, is bringing back some sad feelings. I am sad. And justice for all those people who got burned by that head guy at MagFest, and now the virtual MagFest is canceled and everything blew up. Let me get away from these bad feelings.
Nope. We gotta be here forever. Don't forget, you're here forever.
Let's see. Aw. I did this for so this forum I used to be part of, Front Row Crew Forum. I did this for like Rim and Emily from there because she really likes bunnies. I know I have some other old stuff. Let's go up a page.
Katsukan is okay.
Oh yeah, back when we only had stupid flip phones, and my friend got scared from looking at Slender Man on the phone that I sent him.
Nah.
And I think this is one of the last Katsucons I went to because I quit that con for various reasons. But yeah.
This year I went to 2 pony panels, 6 webcomic panels, and besides 4 of my own panels, 1 anime panel. This is an anime con, right?
Yeah, it seemed more like a pop culture con at the time. And steampunk was like a big thing at the time. Oh god. It made sense in context. It made sense in context.
Did it though?
Oh yeah, this is when they put 2 of my panels against each other. Like, now these are meant to be very quick and crude, so I'm not gonna rag on the art as much, except that hallway, that perspective, that lettering, and more, not a lot of screen tone abuse. Alright, Gothic Lolita. You ever have to pee in a petticoat? What do? Here's what you do. I had to bunch it all up so far up and squat because I'm not sitting my ass on a public toilet. It was like fluff all the way up to the like top of the freaking door. It was just I'm only now when I wear Gothic Lolita, I will only go back to the hotel room, take off the petticoat, and then go to the bathroom.
This is a very educational stream.
It is. You're learning a lot here, like Cephafrog and tampons, and do not put the tampons on the floor like a freaking barbarian. Oh, okay. So this is when I started using photographs, and since I lived in the city, I could just, on the way home from school or something, get off at a stop, take photo reference, and then I would go home and trace over it. So no, I didn't draw this at fast. I just took my own photos and traced over it. But if you use your own photos, you can do that. And yeah, so this looks way better than my abilities at the time. And it was like part of a long conversation. I was trying to make some sort of drama type of girlfriends type of thing. Actually, this location you could go to. It's in DuPont Circle. It's across from the Scientology mansion. And near that cafe. That's not a webcomic. That's Rainbow Dash. Screen tone abuse. Ponies. Oh yeah, my big comic. Screen tone abuse. Pencil abuse. Digital pencil abuse. What?
Pinkie Pie Centaur. What the hell?
Yeah, now we're getting into the... Oh my god, don't look at this!
Whatever this idiot is.
Lewis, don't look!
Who's this idiot?
Nobody!
Looks like a dork.
It looks like someone who doesn't know... Foreshortening! That's the word! I was looking for the word foreshortening earlier!
She's banging her hands on the table.
No, because I just realized the word I was looking for earlier when I was talking about drawing, like, things that are farther and shorter stuff. It was foreshortening. Foreshortening was the word I was looking for.
Do I have an earring in that?
No, I just suck at drawing ears back then in 2012.
So anyway, MagFest is awesome.
Not right now. No, it's not right now. Oh, wait. What's this?
Oh, the next... Aww.
Oh, yeah. I met Nobuo Uematsu when I was going to dinner and he was coming from dinner. Got a pic with him. Asked for the pic in the most broken Japanese until he just came at me with some English. And I'm like, holy shit. And I hugged you. I think that's when we first met.
Yeah, I think that was the first... Yeah, MagFest 2012 was when you first met. You were dating someone else at the time.
Yep. And yeah. And I was just some regular fangirl.
And the Tig with Tig panel. I want to see it. I want to see what was
No.
What was the Tig with Tig panel?
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
How did that sci-fi guy not watch Babylon 5? What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell? Like, just what the hell?
Leo, you were in a Chipmunks movie. Leo.
Anyway, that's enough reacting to my dumb...
That's right.
DeviantArt.
It's time for the Linkara challenge.
Oh God, what is it?
The Linkara challenge is you must draw Cheburashka, except instead of it being a bear, it's a Jigglypuff.
Oh my God. All right, let me save this real quick. All right, so
I'll be back in a little bit of time to see your results.
All right. 5-minute painting. Go. What color is Jigglypuff? Pink. Well, I know pink, but what kind of pink? You know how many? Do you know how much pinks there are? Do you know how many pinks exist?
Too much pink energy is dangerous.
This guy doesn't know color. You can't look at. You can't color. You don't know color. I know color, sort of. Cheburashka. For those of you who don't know, Cheburashka is based off of from a Russian animation. And it's adorable. Only like 4 of them exist, but it's kind of like became the Mickey Mouse of Russia. And I love Cheburashka. What kind of feet does Jigglypuff even have? Does she even have feet? Am I confusing her body for freaking... Am I confusing her body for... Yes, she does have feet. And Cheburashka has more fur. This kind of looks like like a character from Loco Roco. Does anyone remember that? It was a PSP game. There. A Jigglypuff Cheburashka hybrid. Looks like Kirby. A little bit. Looks like something that would be in an indie game. You know, that sort of look. Ja tabia je bleu. Jawohl. My name is Cheburashka. There's something Ashka. Do 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 bada. Do 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 crocodile. Do 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 Cheburashka. Do 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 Cheburashka. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This is actually, look at this cute thing. I don't know what I should do with it, but it looks like some sort of cute, I guess, mascot from something. Maybe I should make it our stream mascot. What should we name it, chat? Yeah, this isn't Jigglypuff. The challenge was Cheburashka and as a Jigglypuff, or Cheburashka mixed with a Jigglypuff. I kind of like it though. It's kind of cute. Let's workshop it later. Anyway, let's get back to our little scene here. First, let me just do. What kind of legs do we have? Do. Okay, so we kind of have a scene here. We got Magical Girl Elsa, who just, I guess, commanded Gengar here to roll up and eat Jack Frost because she is the superior of the ice people, I guess. I don't know. But this is a pretty weird drawing. Anyway, let's get to inking. Do. It's inking time. Do. I draw with the ink. Do. I'm not really perfect with it. Do. Cause it's just a stream. Do. But I try my best. Do. I hope you have a good time. Do. I'm just using the G pen and I am going out of my mind. I am inking right now. I am inking this dumbass drawing. Oh, I should have warned you. Sometimes I will sing out of nowhere. It's something that is from my grandma, I bet. Because my grandma would just sing sometimes whatever she's doing, and that was her thing. And I guess I inherited that, but just in a much stranger way than her. I think if she was born a few more generations later, she would have been some sort of nerd. And I say that because she was, really into, as she would call it, cowboy pictures. Really into them. She had a very huge, impressive collection if you were into that sort of thing. I wasn't, but, she always watched them around the house. It was like her TV obsession, other than, the usual soap operas and stuff. But yeah, I just never got into it. I don't get it. I know they were basically like the Marvel movies of her time. I like it. I like your singing. Thank you. I used to be a part of several choirs and stuff like that back when I was part of this very horrible Pentecostal cult. Maybe I'll do a video about that someday. Warning, this hand is going to look stupid. Please do not attempt to also draw this hand. Yeah, this hand looks too stupid for me. I'll come back to it. Let's give her some magical girl clothes, because this is magical girl Elsa. This is what the patrons requested. I think my patrons are crazy, but I love them. And thank you for supporting me. You could have supported better artists. Somehow you like me. I bet she liked Woody from Toy Story. She probably would. Sometimes my grandma would like weird things, like she liked the movie Overweights. It's this Disney movie about the fat camp, and we would watch that together. I don't know why she liked that movie, but she just thought it was freaking hilarious. She's just kind of standing over him. This is kind of like a futuristic magical girl outfit in a way. This is like so sketchy. I hope you guys weren't expecting Michelangelo. I'm sorry if you were expecting Michelangelo. I might do a more serious art stream where I'm working on a full illustration, but I like to save those for videos, the bigger stuff. When I'm really concentrating and trying to do my super hard stuff, I prefer to do that more in solitary. I'm about to watch my cowboy pictures. Yes, they said it. My grandma said it just like that. But, yeah. Alright, so, one thing I like to do when I have to draw something a bit harder to draw the other way, remember, flip your canvas. You could flip it this way, you could flip it up and down, or you could just simply turn it around. Whatever makes the line a bit easier for you to draw. Remember, you don't have to draw things straight on. I know with the time-lapse... Oops. I know with... Oh, what the heck? There we go. I was looking for the move. I know with the time-lapse function on Clip Studio Paint, which is from the recent update, it will record your screen, but it will only do it like as straight on instead of, including all the times I really went in, like zoomed in like I am right now. And that's one thing I don't like about that function, but it does make things much easier to share on social media, like how I just shared a bunch of stuff recently. If you follow me on Twitter, at Viga on Twitter, you will find all my, stuff like that.
I come to see the results of the challenge.
Oh, okay, hold on. Hey everybody, welcome to... why did I forget the thingy? What? No. Okay, Jigglypuff plus Cheburashka. Where did I even put that? Boom. Anyway, I need a little break, so, Lewis, I have a challenge for you.
I'm not the one streaming. I don't do challenges.
Well, too bad. You're going to now. Draw something. Alright, Lewis is in the seat.
Boy, are you going to be disappointed.
I surely am.
sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
I
Sit.
can't. You're in my way.
Sit.
You're in my way.
Sit.
You're in my way.
Sit.
Yeah.
Sit.
Oh, you have a bunch of cushions and stuff behind you. I don't have cushions on my chairs.
That's
I'm a real man. I don't have comfort in my chairs.
That's because I need it.
Do you though?
Yes.
Yeah, you do. Okay. So you want me to draw something, right?
Yep. The fuck is that?
That is a pyramid balanced on oranges.
Get the fuck out of my chair. Get out of my chair.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just going to BRB real quick, because bathroom, and then we're going to finish up this drawing.
What's drawing?
Hey everybody, welcome to my art room, and it's 2020. Wrong video. I'm trying to find the video I was trying to play. Oh my god,
How many times can you announce that we are in your art room?
How many times I'm gonna screw up doing the thingies? Tech live, everybody. But yeah, it's still my first time really streaming for a while. I'm trying to find what is something I could play for you guys. I'm looking. Mostly because talking, takes a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll play some of the more recent video of when I went to art school back in Maryland. So I recorded this back in August originally and put it out as an exclusive for my patrons. It's been about a while since then and decided to post it now publicly. But because I'm really busy with the next video and I still want to do that whole 2 uploads a week thing, I'm going to put it out now. So, my toxic art school experience. I already know going into this topic, I might want to just make it a Patreon exclusive because, oh boy, mostly because some of the incidents and things. One, I don't want to, ruin some careers that moved on. Also, a lot of the people I know who went to this school either moved on or became not artists or are currently artists working. And I'm going to try my hardest to remember to just replace their names with whatever's on my desk. So, alright, one professor is going to be Orange Sharpie. Another one's going to be Hair Clip. Another one's going to be Hot Iron. Another one's going to be Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie. I do my hair at my drawing desk as well sometimes, so yeah. But I'm going to talk about, art school. But not just any art school. This is kind of about toxic elements in a sort of art school that got bought out by a bigger college that then folded into that college. So it's kind of like part of a larger college. But it was in its own building on the other side of things. So it felt like its own little art school. Cheap price, 2 year. And yeah, I also worry that, is my experience even unique enough to make a good YouTube video? And can I be a good enough storyteller for this video? But anyway, I digress. Let's get to why I felt my first official art school was toxic as hell. Or, alternatively, why sometimes you're not a good fit in certain educational environments. Or maybe, how did I even get by with undiagnosed ADHD? It's a lot of different things here. But let's just talk about my school for a bit. First off, we only had 7 main professors. Most of them were guys except for one lady. And she was I wanted to just call her grandma because she was kind of like the grandma of everything. We had the asshole guy, asshole guy, every school has at least a few of these in every subject. This was ours. He was brash. Of course, if you came in drawing your anime, he would shout about how it sucks. But you did learn a lot, just in a very horrible way. Then you got the one that's the cool dad, you know. They're old and they have gray hair, but, you know, they act like they're one of you. Then you got, in this case, you got someone unique, the douchey dean. Like, you know, you could tell that they were in their 30s and still kind of making mistakes occasionally, and they made some professional mistakes. I'll tell you that in the bus story. Granny Apple Tart. And the last one I'll just call Dome. Yeah, Dome. Mostly because they were bald. And yeah, we had some other professors, but they're not really part of the story. One of them was an art history professor who was super serious, and one I just totally forgot. But also we had what I can only describe as the mean class. You see, I was going back to school. I went to a community college before this, and then I never finished because I just got burnt out and ended up dropping out. I was like, I want to go back to school. I had some money from my mom dying, and I was like, I'm going to do this. So I went to this small 2-year. But I was also working at the same time, and I had to commute, and it wasn't like I was living on campus or anything, so it wasn't really balanced. On top of that, it was hard for me to focus, and my class was kind of mean. Like my first semester there, basically this class was filled with all the cool kids. They were super talented and had bright futures ahead of them and was respected. And I came in during spring at that, so it's winter technically when spring semester starts here in the US. It's still like, it's usually January. So of course, you know, it's kind of hard to make friends when you start a bit early, but I was like, when you start a bit late, but I was like, it's a new year, new me. I'm just gonna go in spring or whatever because, you know, fall, I want to just kind of get stuff ready to go. Yeah, kind of a mistake, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I made this mistake because, I don't think I could take more than one semester with this particular class. I mean, not only the professors kind of fostered an environment, the students would as well, where sometimes it's hard for me to understand things as quickly as other people do when they're learning. And I have to ask a question, and I'm one of those people that's like, if I don't know something, I ask, and we weren't allowed to have our phones in class, so I couldn't just like look it up on my phone, so I would raise my hand and ask something, and then some douchebag in class would be like, no, blah, 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 idiot, and it was hard. Also, my skills weren't as up to snuff compared to everyone else. They're still not up to snuff now. I mean, I know I wasn't a great artist, but along with not being able to really focus, trying to take full-time school as well as work and everything, it was just kind of hard. And if you didn't fit in mentally, you just struggled more. And I just didn't really fit into with that group. I almost gave up until Douchey Dean actually did tell me to not give up, and I took his advice on that. And the following semester, I ended up just retaking some of the classes and actually thrived because I had a different professor that actually, I don't know, it was just easier in it, and had some pretty cool classmates that a lot of them I'm still friends with. And, you know, when I see them at cons, when I go back east, I miss a lot. But one of the things that I didn't like about this art school, or what I found toxic, was how it forced rivalries. Now, you could argue that rivalries help you become better, because you're trying to get better than your opponents, and, you know, it's all shonen jump, like, let's do this together but against each other type of shit. But when it comes to art, which is subjective as is it really good to force that sort of rivalry? Like, seriously, Professor Asshole would just be like, yo, like, what is wrong here? Are y'all tired of so-and-so always winning every year, like every week in critique? And I was like, huh? And then everyone else was just like kind of quiet because, you know, it's kind of awkward. And yeah, critique, I don't have much of a problem with like giving or taking critique because that's what you do in art school. But yeah, because everyone's kind of in that environment, it was kind of awkward. And basically there was this one time where the professor was like, that's it, everyone, you're forced, like groups of you, each table, stand up at the front and then talk about this artwork in a row. And the pressure was just so bad that I just ended up crying on the spot. And then the professor was like, okay, let's all take 5. Mostly because I knew I didn't have much time to work on it, and just the pressure. And while, like, a lot of these teachers, like, I respected, but at the same time didn't, because it seemed to bolster up something else that's pretty toxic, and that's, like, your work over your health. Like, there's other students I talked to who would proudly proclaim that they got this much sleep, or would tell stories of other people that literally fainted in class to get their assignment done, which was awesome, of course, so it didn't matter that they literally fainted in class because they didn't get any sleep. And that was something that, one, I thought was kind of unhealthy, but couldn't really say it in that environment, and two, it's something I just couldn't do because I just wasn't built for that. And then there was the tour bus incident. Okay, so this one time, and this is the story that makes me want to make this a Patreon exclusive, but one time we all went on a field trip to visit some, art universities in Pennsylvania. Like Philadelphia, it was nice. I got myself a sandwich, I hung out with some friends, got lots of pics of some arty places. It was nice. But while all of us students were just kind of going around the city, some of the professors got together, mostly the younger guys of professors, except Granny Appletart and Dome didn't partake in this, but they all got fucking stinking super drunk. Also, one hoarded his nephew onto our bus, but also they were super drunk, and it was kind of, we're all kind of think this is freaking hilarious because you usually don't see people in, position higher than you at school fucking drunk, like shit ass, punk ass drunk, fun ass drunk. And, in retrospect, of course, the dean insulted me because he said I wasn't cool while he was super drunk. I was that hated in the school. But yeah. And, it was a laugh and life went on. But apparently one of the students, not even apparently, this actually happened. One of the students were angry about this. And in respect, you know what? It wasn't cool. It's a school trip. And even though we're all over 18 and some of us were even drinking age too, I don't think you should be getting shitty ass drunk on a school trip. And then we're all like on the bus with you guys who are also drunk, hilariously drunk, but also I don't think this was something adults should do, even though I was also an adult. But I don't think it was cool to do in retrospect. I don't know exactly what or how the, powers that be found out about all this. I mean, this is before we all had good cameras on our phones. Like nowadays, you can just whip out your smartphone and take all the video of everything. Back then, I think I had a smartphone, but the camera wasn't that good. It was still kind of like a potato. And I don't think you could even tweet, video back then. And it was like 2009, 10 when all this happened. Something like that, 2010. And it's not like we had like a TikTok or Instagram or a Snapchat. All I know is that, oh god, that was hilarious and actually kind of not cool. Very not cool. One of the students was either very offended by something they said or done while drunk, and I don't blame them for being so. I don't exactly remember or know the details of what that student said, but apparently they, instead of going straight to the head of the whole thing or whatever, they basically made an anonymous letter and posted it in places like the cafeteria and whatever. Kind of like a flyer brigade of what the fuck. And I think we were all asked about what happened. Like, each of us on the bus was asked about it or interviewed about it, if I remember correctly. And of course, we were all worried. I mean, we were in mid-projects and, spent the last day just kind of awkwardly teaching or looking at each other, and then they were gone. We had some subs to, I guess they got some adjunct facility they hired temporarily to finish out our classes, but it's kind of, whoa. And especially with the asshole one. Now, I still remember the asshole one, and I remember their art, and I don't agree with their methods at all. I thought they were one of the pillars of holding up some of the toxic things of that class. But I don't know, maybe it's because I also drank the Kool-Aid back then like all the other students. But I did learn a bunch of things. One of the things I remember is like I said, I have trouble learning sometimes. I don't really learn the same way other people do. I don't really fit in with like traditional education in a way. But one day he was just getting exasperated, and he finally like broke it down in a way I understood composition by using what I liked, like, which was comics and manga. Like, he knew I liked comics because I was doing a webcomic at the time. It's very shitty. That's another story. And he was like, would you read a comic that looked like this? And, you know, that helped me really understand what I was missing. And I kind of wish that they took that example to kind of teach others in general, or at least people who have an interest in something, using that to help further educate them. Now, back to the toxic thing, though. So, you know how people judge you by the company you keep? Well, the professors here, like, this is before the bus incident, actually did do that. Like, I was pretty much a reject in my first few months at that school. That the only people I could really talk to or would talk to me would be the other rejects. We had this one girl who was, just oof. We had one guy who was actually cool, but everyone didn't like him because he was nerdy. But oh man's, when he started doing like LARP, he got like dummy buff thick. Holy shit. And then one girl who was actually pretty just normal, just, you know, probably had the same kind of problems getting things like I did. But yeah, hyper problematic girl, normal girl, and soon to be buff LARPer dude. And we were kind of like, I guess, the rejects of the entire school. And I can't believe that even in college, well, maybe at small colleges, this is a thing, that there's even the reject section, to the point where professors saw me talking with them and looked over and just like shake their head, because he was like, why don't you learn or talk to some of the good students? Which, yeah, the ones that are talented and cool and not socially inept. And and also I remember his rule that everyone who sits at the last table usually automatically fails. He would say that to anyone who sat there. Oh, I'm sorry if you hear something in the background. I'm kind of fidgeting with things while I talk. I'm only doing a little outline. I'm not really doing this in order, which is why maybe it should just be Patreon content, not good enough for YouTube. I'm sorry, that sounds so horrible. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, it's just those type of attitudes even persist with adults, and it's pretty sickening. And it kind of made this us versus them mentality that was not only validated by the authoritative powers of the school, but also upheld by the students that were perceived as the best ones. It also goes into that whole rivalry sort of thing, that trying to force the rivalry, I felt, was one of the pretty toxic elements there. Well, eventually things have changed when, you know, who I will consider the three pillars got fired from that, even though we were all sad against it and I think tried to fight against it. But part of me thinks I was just kind of going along with the Kool-Aid with everyone. And it's not until I got older and well separated from it by like a decade, I really realized some of the problems there. And what kind of inspired this topic was on Twitter, recently, like in the last few months, people have been talking about toxic art schools and toxic behavior or teachings in art schools and toxic mindsets in art schools, which are very important. And some are realizing, why do we even need art schools at all? Now, I think art schools are an important thing that we need to have, but they're not really meant for everyone. And by that, I mean, some people, like me, can't really learn traditionally, like in a classroom with everyone. And then there's the monetary, like, cutoff. Like, basically, it's too expensive to go to art school, and that cuts out a whole lot of people who would benefit from it. So it's kind of like a class, like kind of a little bit of a class reason as well as a mental reason. And I'm sure there's other reasons that other people gave. I mean, I don't regret it. I did meet some great people there, and I eventually did become one of the good ones. Eventually, I did really well at the end of the year art show, ended up getting scouted and getting a scholarship to another art school, which is another story itself. When I talk about, 2014, the worst year of my life, when I dropped everything, moved to Chicago to go to art school, and everything that failed from there. But, that's pretty much the story of that school. I know it was kind of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, toxic story, drunken professor type of thing. But I just wanted to tell this tale, and I never really told stories on YouTube much before, so I wanted to at least try that, and well, I hope you guys kind of enjoy it. Anyway, peace out. Hey everybody, we're back. And yeah, we're pretty much at the end of the stream. Well, while that video was running, I was taking a water break. Here we got Elsa, queen of Pokeballs, I guess.
I really like how this turned out, honestly. For a quick sketch, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's it's like she took Gengar and said, eat Jack Frost so I can become the best ice-based animated character in the world!
All will love me in despair.
All will love me in despair. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, we should I hope there's a video of Elsa doing that whole bit from
Lord of the Rings?
From Fellowship. That was in Fellowship, right?
Yeah, it was Fellowship.
Yep.
Which, by the way, as someone who had never seen Lord of the Rings, didn't know anything about Lord of the Rings when I walked into those movies, that was a serious what the hell moment.
Yeah.
Does she work for Sauron? What's going on?
I just take things as I go. All I know is, wow, Lord of the Rings, let's try that. I borrowed the VHS, this is how long ago it was, the VHS from one of my friends, and loved it. Alright, so, we got Elsa as a magical girl, sicking her Gengar on Jack Frost, who is now being, for lack of a better term, vored by Gengar.
There's other terms we could be using here.
Nope, the term is now vored.
Oh my god.
Let it vored.
No!
Let's swallow the whole thing whole.
No!
Anyway, I think that's the end of the stream, and thank you all for coming, especially all my friends from Facebook. Thank you so much. Thank you for all my friends from Twitter. Thank you, Lewis, for joining me. And, of course, thank you to the Patreons. Now, if you join me at patreon.com/Viga, join the $1 or $5 tier, or pretty much any tier, and you can be in the next patron request stream. I'll announce the next one later this month. And I'm thinking about maybe doing this twice a month. I don't want to do it every week. It's honestly kind of takes a lot of brain, you know what I mean? I don't know how to word. Lewis?
It is...
Brain take thing hurt. I reached my limit.
It is exhausting.
I just reached my limit now.
You were on for 2 hours.
So I am going to go and lay on the couch and play Animal Crossing and then get to my regular work. Also, commissions are opening tomorrow. I will make a post of it on my Twitter at Viga on Twitter and my Instagram at Viga's Art Room on Instagram. Of course, my Patreon, and probably in my next video, which was coming out later this week.
If you wish to see Elsa unleash her Gengar on any other animated characters, this is your chance to commission that.
Exactly. Anyway, everybody, good night. Have heart, have some hope, and remember to art hard. I need an end scene.